Oh my God, it's been a whole 30 days. It's been a whole month since my last podcast episode. It is currently September 4th, 5 a.m. I'm about to go to the gym real quick, and I have to run to the gas station and go to the ATM to get some money from the tooth fairy because my daughter lost her first tooth last night. I cried. Yesterday was kind of an emotional day for me. I cried like all night. A little bit of the tooth, a little bit. We won't get to that, but let's chat. This video, I'm out the loop. I don't even know what episode I'm on. That's so crazy. It's been a whole entire month. I have not worked in a whole entire month. My life has just been coming at me fast. Nothing been beating a Jet 2 holiday. It's been a lot going on. I'm gonna try to go back to as far as I can. How far can I go back? Last episode was with Monica. That episode did really well with the views and the feedback I got. The episode was really good. I love chatting with a mama. I love chatting with a mama because we relate so well. But I also love doing episodes with men because my view on how men are and how men act and then the way they feel is just like, let's talk about it. Like, let's chat. So I love that as well. And the men that's been on my podcast, 90% of the men that has been on my podcast have been really, really smart, intelligent, well-spoken men. Skip past the 90%. I'm never telling y'all who that 10% of okay. So, life lately, I'm going to go back as far as, let's go back to, okay, let's talk about my kayaking experience. I had a kayaking trip from hell, okay? Long story short, I went kayaking on a humbug. Mentally, I was overstimulated, and I woke up Sunday morning, and I called off work, and I was like, I need to do something that make me feel. Because I had started to feel, a month ago, I started feeling really numb. I was actively dating a little bit, and it was just like, I wasn't feeling nothing. And I'm not the girl that need a man like to go out to eat and need a man to like do fun things because I do a lot of stuff alone. I go to the movies alone. I travel alone. I went to Paris for 7 days alone. Like, I do stuff alone, so I don't need a man for those little things. Like, I'm at a point in my life right now, I'm not gonna say deal with because it sounds like I'm settling, but if I'm involved with a man, if you see me keep looking away, I'm cooking. I just made I'm cooking my dinner now because I have to go to work. We're gonna get into that. I'm at a point in my life now where if I deal with a man, it's because I want to. Like, if I'm involving myself with a man, it's literally because I want to, because I don't need to. Like, okay, men need women, women need men. But I'm saying, like I do a lot of things alone. I don't need a man to feel fulfilled. But I was at a point where I was dating and I wasn't feeling anything. Like, sitting across from a table, having a very, very, very nice dinner, and just looking at that person and thinking, he's never gonna see me again. Or, why am I here? Or, I don't like him. I just wasn't feeling I wasn't feeling anything. And the person could be attractive. They could check off some of my boxes, but I just wasn't feeling anything. I felt numb. So I'm like, tomorrow I'm waking up, I'm calling off work, and I need to do something that make me feel something. Like I need a little adrenaline rush. So I'm like, let's go kayaking. The week prior, I did a cold plunge, and I felt like the baddest bitch in the world. Like, I just did a cold plunge. Bitch is not even. And I did it at the crack of dawn. Y'all hoes still sleep. I just felt like the baddest bitch in the world. I felt like I couldn't be fucked with because I did a cold plunge. Okay, anyway. So, I did the kayaking. It was like a kayaking at your own risk. So I did kayaking. I flipped over. I lost my keys, my house keys, my car keys, all my keys on my little key ring. Which brings me back to another topic. I had 1 trillion keys on my key ring, and I literally only use 2 keys on a daily basis. But okay, I lost my keys, so I tried to go back and find my keys. Flipped over my boat. My boat flew away, so I had to walk in the lake for like 3.5 miles on rocks, barefoot. Lost all my little bag of my goodies and everything I brought with me. Everything is gone. Sit outside for about 4 hours waiting on a ride from my sisters. Yeah, had to pay $450 for a new car key. House key, it was $75, but it just went towards my rent for this month. Yeah. I wanted some excitement. That's some excitement for your ass. Okay, so that happened. That's a low. Let's go to a high. I had my first live show. Had my first live show. The turnout, everybody that came said it was amazing. Everybody that came was like, "Oh, that was so fun. You should start doing that weekly." Y'all don't know how much mentally that took out of me. I cannot do that weekly. But everybody that came said I need to do it. I need to do it more. They had so much fun, yada yada yada, whatever. So, but me personally, I feel like a ton of people that told me they were coming did not come. I'm not going to elaborate much on that because I feel like when I do that, it's kind of making me selfish towards the people that took time out of their day, their Saturday night in the pouring down rain to come and support me. So the turnout, I'm satisfied. You know, I'm my biggest critic. I am going to have another one, but I want it to be more intimate. I want it to be invite only. And yeah, we're just going to switch it up a little bit. What's next? That was a low, then a high, another low. Oh, I haven't worked in a month. Because the job I was working at, basically, if you work in healthcare right now, when COVID was here, the money was made, okay? I was working doubles and triples and quadruples. Like, I had so much overtime. I was working so much. I just was working. It was so much work when you worked in healthcare during COVID. But now, since they're trying to push COVID out, when people are still catching COVID, they're trying to lower. They're lowering our pay to hell. It's just, I honestly rather wake up and go to the gym. I honestly rather wake up and go to the gym than go work, bending over, picking people up, doing what I do, putting that wear and tear on my body. I'd rather go to the gym and do it. Honestly, that's just me being honest. But, so I haven't worked. I just feel like I'm not going to work to slave for a job that's not paying me what I deserve. I should be paid. What I feel I deserve to be paid. That's a low. A high is, well, I've been working out since May. I've been going to the gym since May. We're going to say that. I've been going to the gym by myself since May. I literally go like every day. Except like Saturdays and Sundays. Sometimes I go on Saturdays. But I've been going to the gym every day since May. A little bit of this, a little bit on, a little bit off. But working out by myself versus working out how I work out now is totally different. I 1000% feel like this 30-day stretch I'm doing right now, working out every single day, like really working out, really sweating, really getting, you know, body already T. Body gonna be, what's better than T? I don't know. But body gonna be banging in 3 days because I really been working out good. That's a high. A low slash a high. A low slash a high. I met someone. It's crazy because I talked to my friends about it a little bit, and they like, and I'm like, mind your business. But anyway, I met somebody and I liked him. I like him. I met someone and I like him. I'm not gonna say liked. I like him. And you know, yeah. Do I want to put y'all in my business? It was going pretty good. But he watched my podcast episodes and now he just started tripping out. Literally tripping out. I would do the trip out dance. That's how much he's tripping out. I would do the trip out dance, but I don't know how. But yeah, so we have to get back. I have to get back to you on that. That's to be continued, because why you being weird to me? Why? I don't. Yeah, like, why you being weird to me? You know what? It's always the men you don't want always be like, and then the men you be wanting be like. But I can't even say he like that, because he be like that too. So it's like I can't explain it. You know, I'm gonna admit, I like to just like to have my way. And by have my way, I mean, like, I may do little things, like I may do little things, but and I feel like a person should just overlook those little things, because I'm really a good person. I'm a sweet person. I'm like an angel. So you should overlook. I might say a little something crazy. I feel like that should be overlooked a little bit, because I'm so sweet. This not an everyday thing when I spaz. So when I do, just let it slide. But like my auntie said when I called her at 3 o'clock this morning, everybody ain't playing. And I said, you know what? You right, because I don't play either. So I get it. I love a man that know his worth, that stand his ground. Just not when he do it with me. But yeah, okay, that's a high. That's like a high low. Another high. I start back working today. I'm going back to a job I used to work. It was so draining mentally, but the money was there. So I'm trying that today, 7A to 7P, but it's fucking up my gym schedule, like the time I be going to the gym. So I'm gonna tell her today that I only can work nights, 7P to 7A, because it's just not. I'd rather go to the gym. I'm trying to look good. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. But that is what's been going on with me. That is a life update. I am back to doing weekly episodes starting next week. I'm excited. I'm excited for my new guest. I'm just so excited for this new chapter in my life. I'm also not man bashing anymore. I know a lot of my episodes I talk about men. I talk about them to the ground. But I'm not doing that no more, because I'm looking for my husband. Well, I'm not looking for my husband, but I'm putting myself in spaces so my husband can find me. Mentally, not like I'm going here, I'm going to the. Mentally, I'm trying to get to a place where I'm a little more soft, because I am a little rough around the edges. I know this guy I used to date, he used to call me a 7-mile dog, and I used to be like, that's not an insult, what's up? But yeah, I'm just trying to soften my edges a little bit and be a little more vulnerable and be a little more open, even though I feel like in this little situation, I was open and vulnerable, and I feel like he hurt my feelings. But you know, you can't control how people react to things, so I'm gonna just let it ride and see what happens. But yeah, that's it. I'll get on y'all next week. That was so ghetto. I won't get on y'all next week. I'll be back next week with a new episode.